And how long have you lived in Chadron?
Bill brought me over here a little after the first year, last year.
Okay. So about a year.
Huh?
About a year.
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah, about a year.
13 months or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And where are you originally from?
Well, originally from Grand Island, the last place I was at, but been all over the eastern part of the state.
Yeah.
But I was in Grand Island since 83.
83.
So,
What when you were in Grand Island, what did you do for work?
I managed a lumberyard.
Manage lumber yards?
That's all I've done all my life, is manage. Well, I won't say that. I'm originally from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
I came up here in '50 after I graduated out of college. And I taught GI school for 10 years.
You taught high school?
No, GI school.
Oh, GI school. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm talking
Yep.
about?
Yep.
On farm training.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty
Veterans.
cool. And what year? You said you were in World War II, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. What year did you join up?
July of '43.
July 43.
Got out in October, last of October of '45.
Okay. What branch were you in the military?
Army Air Force.
Army Air Force. What? Oh yeah, there you go. I didn't see that part. What did you do in the Air Force?
I was a tail gunner on that thing.
Tail gunner. And what was the plane's name?
Liberator, powered
The Liberator.
B-24.
B-24. I think Bill kind of talked about it a little bit, but how many missions did you fly? Did you fly in the
43.
43 missions? Did you fly in the South Pacific or in
South Pacific.
South
Yeah.
Pacific?
I started at, we stationed at Guadalcanal,
Okay.
first missions, and then my last mission was a island named Newport. See, what we did there in the South Pacific, we just moved from one island up to the next,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
getting closer to Japan.
Yeah.
We skipped over some islands. What the process was there, we'd come the Army would come in and land. They'd move the Japs back up in the hills and set up a perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the CBs would come in and make it airport,
Mm-hmm.
air base. Then we'd come in and fly out of it and hit different islands in the Pacific.
Okay.
Our average mission of ours was pretty close to 10 hours.
10 hours per mission?
The lowest was 3 hours, and the longest was a little over 16 hours.
Wow. It's a long time.
You know, we left about 3 o'clock in the morning, got back about 6 at night or something.
Wow. So what do you have to show us today? What do you want us, like an artifact or something?
I'd like to show you I've got pictures of the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Okay. Where are they at?
Right there.
Oh, on the desk? Let me grab it for you.
The story is, and I can tell you, all of them, anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
I've seen them. My daughter ran across these on the eBay or someplace, I don't know where, about 3 years ago. And the story is that the family was going through their dad's Foot Locker, just like something like that.
Uh-huh.
And where he was going to the nursing home or where he passed away or whatever. Anyway, they ran across a brownie box camera. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And because that was the only camera we had in them days. And they said, listen, they didn't know their dad had a camera. And that was just about a little around 2000 or a little over. They probably found it around 2003 or 4 or something like that. Anyway, and so they said, well, let's take it down and see if the films are any good. Chances are they're not after being in the camera over 60 some odd years.
Yeah.
So when they took it down and got it developed, this is what was in it.
Wow. And these are pictures from Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. These were taken about a little over an hour after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Wow.
And they say, well, why didn't he get them developed? But if he'd got them developed, they'd take it away from him.
That's true.
You couldn't.
Wow.
There are also pictures. I mean, they just, they are to me and to anybody else. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give these to you, but you can have those.
You want? I can have these ones.
Yes,
You sure?
yes.
Okay.
Because I've got given away about pretty close to 300 sets.
Okay.
They're all over the
So
country.
you have some.
I sold them for quite a while there.
Uh-huh.
I just got, well, I just tried to get my money out of them because I got more. I first started out with, I showed them to them after my daughter gave them to me. And so the guys copied them. And they said, well, they'd like to have a copy, and they'd like to have a copy. So I went down and made 5 copies. Then about a month later, I went down and had 20 copies made. Then had another 20 copies made, and had 40 copies made. The last track I had was I made about 200, pretty close to 300 copies.
Wow. Wow.
So everybody that's seen them likes them. So
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad you got another set.
I
don't want
think you would
to give me
enjoy
that set.
it. I gave a set to the VA hospital in Grand Island, and they made a plaque on the bulletin board and put them up, put them in there. So,
That's
so
really
they're
neat.
all over.
That's really neat.
That's all over the country. I mean,
Yeah.
and this is the stories of it. I mean,
That's something.
this is a picture of about 18,000 soldiers at stationed at a base in Des Moines, Iowa, World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And what they done is they went down on the parade ground and set out a drawing of the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
And then they got all these guys put in there.
Okay.
This is what they come up with.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a little over 18,000 soldiers in that picture. The reason I know it's true because the guy at coffee gave it to me and he says, my dad was in that picture. He's somewhere up here in the flames.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the one that gave it to me.
And what was your dad's name?
No, his dad,
Oh, okay. Oh, his
friend
dad.
of mine's
Okay.
dad.
Okay, I got you. In 1918.
There's a story behind it, so
Hmm.
I think it's awesome. Of course, it has nothing to do with this Pearl Harbor deal.
I think I don't know if that's yours. I actually grabbed it.
Huh?
I don't know if that's yours or you want us to look at it, but
You can have all these.
we can have them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to see them. And that way, you have to excuse me, I get out of breath sometimes.
Oh, you're okay.
And that's the story of
The brownie?
the brownies. And this is the Ford Island where all the battleships were when
Oh, okay.
the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives a little display.
Okay.
And then there's another just like it here.
Yeah.
And this And this gives you the, back behind gives you the ships that was
Oh, the ships that were there.
there and sunk, or
Mm-hmm.
that sunk, and some of them are raised up and repaired and so forth.
Okay.
You ever been to Pearl Harbor?
I have actually. I went in 2011, the summer of 2011.
Did you see
the
memorial?
I did.
Pearl Harbor?
I did see the memorial. It was.
I've never seen it. I was there a year after the bombing, and
Mm-hmm.
all it was at that time was just a puddle of oil. It looked terrible. I mean, of course, they had barbed wire fence all the way around at that time. And,
There's still oil coming up.
oh yeah, bubble. And my daughter's been there. The one that gave me these deals, she was over there several years ago, and she said it was awesome.
Yeah, it
She says I
is.
couldn't believe it. So
It's really
There
pretty.
you
You
are.
can't believe that such.
she said you could hear a pin drop.
You know.
Like you said, every once in a while, if you look down, like you can see a little bubble of oil coming back up.
You know.
But she said, or somebody else said, that the memorial that they've got out there in Missouri, it's sinking.
Really.
Yeah, so they've got to go down, and they don't know where the footing of the thing is
Sinking at.
is sinking in sand, quicksand or something. But they said it's slowly going
Underneath, huh?
underneath. So gosh, I hope not, because that would be quite a deal to get that thing fixed
Yeah,
up.
it would. It really would.
But it's an awesome. I talked to one guy was over there a couple of years ago, and he couldn't get in. They had, you have to have tickets or whatever, to get on it. And they were, when he was over there, they was booked up for about a month, he said,
Really. Wow.
because they couldn't,
Mhm.
So it,
So, how many kids did you have?
I had 6.
6 kids.
Had $3, 3 sons.
$3, 3 sons.
All about 2 years apart. I had 6 and 10 years.
Okay. And
And all living and all got jobs and
that's good.
have 14 grandkids and 23 great grandkids.
Wow.
I have grandkids who's got 7 daughters and 7 grandsons.
You're pretty even it out, aren't you?
Well, the great grandkids fouled it up. I think it's only maybe about 7 sons and great grandsons, and the rest of them are great granddaughters.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, what was your wife's name?
Helen.
Ellen? Or Helen?
Helen. I met her in college,
Met her in college. And where did you go to college at?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
At that time, it was Oklahoma A&M. It's an agricultural college.
Mhm.
It was agriculture and engineering.
Okay. You guys have any questions?
Did you get a picture of this?
Oh no, we should probably get a picture
Yeah,
of
we
that.
can do that
Huh?
when we're done with this.
Yep.
Now, when you get done. And I'd like for you to take pictures of those. That's what the kids gave me here at Christmas.
Oh, okay.
They're in what they call it, the shadow box.
Yep. Yep.
They took some of the stuff and had a guy up at Rapid City at the air base make them for me.
Oh, that's
Gave
cool.
it to me for Christmas present. I think it's awesome. I mean, it's
It is really cool. What was your medal for? The medal?
well, there's about 10 or 12 up there. I mean, the medal, that's the Air Force medal.
Okay.
And then the ribbons and the bronze stars are for all the different. I mean, at that time, see, they had you had to ribbon for Pacific, Asiatic Pacific, then Philippines, and then each battle was a name.
Okay.
And New Guinea and Southwest and whatever, they're all. And that's my original wings I got up top. And
These ones right here?
the upper ones.
Oh, those ones?
And I had that one made. The bottom was one I had made over there and sent home to my mother.
Oh, yeah.
But that's my original dog tags.
Okay.
And you see that notch in the dog tags?
Yeah.
Originally it was for when the soldier was killed and they didn't have time to, and they just took his dog tags off and stuck them in his mouth. That hook,
Oh,
was hook
okay.
in his teeth.
Okay.
They found out later it was also opened bottles of beer. Kind of a beer opener.
Yeah. You're a staff sergeant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the badge on the right was a group insignia.
Okay.
Each plane had that insignia on the wings. I mean, not on the wings, but on the fins, but behind.
Okay.
And and then that was the 13th Air Force
13th Air Force?
badge there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And over here is the pictures of, 2 different pictures of my group that I was in. See, there was 10 of us
Mm-hmm.
on the plane. There was four officers. There was a pilot, co-pilot, navigator, bombardier. That was the officers. Then we had a nose gunner. He was the assistant radio man. And then we had the top turret. He was the engineer. And then the had a gun turret at the bottom, called it belly turret. It dropped down out of the plane, right behind the wings there. And he was assistant armor guy, and I was in detail, which I was the head
Right here?
armor guy. You can see it.
The gun sticking out?
And there was a turret that just swung around about 90, about 190 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
and then go up and down the same way. It was all, they were all controlled by hydraulic, just like the tractors today.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you a little story about that. You've heard of moonshine, haven't you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I've heard of moonshine.
You ever drink it? You ever taste it?
I have, yeah.
It's quite wicked. But what I'm saying is, get back to this story, is that was the first thing when we go out early in the morning to check why the plane was ready to fly. Why we'd have to double check the hydraulic fluid in that, because each turret had a bottle of hydraulic fluid, you know, just like a tractor or anything else, you know, had a compartment. And we'd have to check it to make sure that hydraulic fluid was still in it. What the guys would do, out on the base of the ground crew, they made their own
Moonshine?
moonshine.
Out of the
They
hydraulic.
take this hydraulic fluid and take a loaf of bread and run it down through, you know,
Uh-huh.
pour it on a loaf of bread, and the bread would take out all the chemicals and stuff, and what dripped out below was 180% pure alcohol.
Oh, wow.
And it would, if you drank enough of it, it'd drive you crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of times it'd kill you.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, you know, it's a true story. I mean, I didn't make it up. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen the guy there that one day he was drunk and out of his mind, and they was trying to knock him out and didn't have no success. Two guys was laying on his legs, and one guy was on his waist, pounding away and his old head would just bounce back and forth. They never did get it. And then another story they say about one guy got knocked out and took him to hospital in the night. And he woke up the next morning and they was wheeling out a dead body, a guy, one of the soldiers passed away. And the guy said, what happened to him? And the guy said, well, he says, he wasn't as lucky as you was. He says, he didn't make it through. And they claim that that guy from that guy time on, he never touched the stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was kind of interesting.
That is really interesting. I didn't know they did that.
Huh?
I didn't know that they made moonshine out of hydrology.
Oh yeah, and then the main moonshine that the Japs made was out of pineapple juice, and not pineapple, and then what the guys there at that base would make it out of is raisins.
Oh, really?
They could bring up a contraction and get a gallon can, and because all the fruit and stuff come in gallon, peaches or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
come in gallon cans, and they take that can and fix up a gallon of raisins and bury it in the ground, and they leave it there for several weeks or months and ferment, and then you bring it back up and run it through, and of course it was 100%. The longer you let it sit, as I understand, the stronger it gets,
Yep.
But it's a lot of interesting stories come out.
Yeah.
We had rations once, I think it was once a month, and the 2 cans of beer. I'd have trouble with robbery. Guys would come in and break into the store and get all the beer, swipe all the beer out. So it's just,
Yeah.
or you got several thousand guys there, why?
Something like that's bound.
They'd line up and they give you 2 bottles of cool beer, and then there's another line up there just waiting for the guys that didn't drink the beer to get their beer. So
Yeah.
you can get $1 a can for beer, no problem.
Yep.
I didn't drink. We had, after each mission, they give us a little shot of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And so none of the listed men drank that much, so we decided to keep it and get a bottle and pour it in there, and over a period of time while we'd have a fifth of whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
And we traded to the Navy for lumber for a floor for a tent, or one time we traded for 5 gallons of ice cream.
Whoa.
And we had an ice cream party.
There you go. That's cool.
So that's what we done with ours, just because the Navy pretty well had anything you wanted to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was interesting. I mean,
So, what was the hardest thing coming back from the war?
hardest thing,
Yeah.
come back from peace, know the guy behind you wasn't shooting at you. I think probably the hardest thing was getting adjusted to sounds. Firecrackers and stuff drove me crazy.
Yeah, I bet that was hard to get used to.
And, well, like I say, I was overseas for 12 months. And we moved about, I think last time I counted was about 7 different islands. And we didn't see civilization until we got to the Philippines. By that I mean, see, we flew over mostly over water.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did fly over the islands, there was no roads, no bridges. Once in a while you'd see a little village or something.
Just mainly wilderness and.
until we got to the Philippines. We figured, well, we're back in civilization now because you can see bridges and roads down there.
Yeah.
But I would say probably the hardest thing was getting used to the noises.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much true today. Talk to anybody that,
Gets back. Yeah.
which is worse today because the poor guys didn't know who was their friends or who their enemy was.
Mhm. Well,
Now, what are you gonna do with this?
what we're gonna do is there's a website. It's called the History Harvest, and it's at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln runs it. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put a collection up there, and we're gonna take the stuff that you've given us, and we're gonna take pictures of your shadow boxes,
Yeah,
and we're gonna put that up there. And we've been recording the interview. If
no,
you don't want that up there,
yeah.
oh, you do want that up there?
Well, what I'll tell you is, pretty much what I'll tell you is, in the archives in Washington DC. I had an hour interview with, back in 2007, somewhere in there.
Uh-huh.
See, there's some people down there was getting archives to put in they was wanting at least 200 interviews of at that time it was strictly World War II guys.
Mhm.
So that they have a history later on down the line. So what I've told you is in the archives of the interview, I've got a DVD tape also.
Okay. Well, we're gonna put the interview on there, on that website, and we're gonna put the pictures of all the stuff that you've given us, and we're gonna put a description and everything, and that's what we're gonna do with that. So,
Okay.
and then,
But I'd sure like to have a copy of it.
yep, we'll do the best we can.
Not for
to
me,
get you
but
one.
for the kids.
Yep, I'm sure we can get you one. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming, letting us talk to you and everything.
Now,
Well,
you can, if you find somebody that wants a copy of these, you can take them down to Walmart or any place that makes pictures.
Okay.
And they'll, because they're not copyrighted, are they?
Yeah. And you're sure you want us to keep all the photos from the
Yes.
cover?
Yes.
Okay. We can do that.
You know,
You
and
can
you
do
can do whatever you want to with them, or you can make a plaque and put
Yeah.
them in there.